Good afternoon, our football fans from around the world. And this afternoon, we are doing a post show on the Super Cup El Clasico match between Barcelona and Real Madrid that ended 5-2 in favor of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Mustafa is with me this afternoon to discuss that game.
Thank you. Thank you. Barcelona played well, but I would say that the real problem in this game, if you really look at the stats, is that Real Madrid defense appears to be in disarray. But I think the reason their defense is in disarray is because they don't have a strong link from defense to midfield to attack, because their midfield has to play out of position and cover up for their wingers and strikers who don't track back and play defense. Vinicius was walking throughout the whole pitch. Don't quote me on that. That's a quote from ESPN, but it's true. I went back and looked at the video. Vinicius was walking, not tracking back. Mbappe never tracks back. So you got those two guys. So now guys like Camavinga and Co. Camavinga's with them, right? I'm not getting my names mixed up, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, sure.
Yeah, they have to now go out of their position in midfield to make up for the fact that these guys aren't doing a high work rate. And this is the wrong team to do that against. A team that has one of the probably the second or third best winger in the world, and they have the best winger combination, Rodrigo and Yamal, and they've got a clinical finisher with Lewandowski. So if you don't have a strong midfield and your defense is in disarray and you don't have help from the midfield, you can't use your defensive midfielder to help back because they have to cover up for Vinicius, Vinicius is the walking champion now. He's the walking man. What do you think? If you don't, like I said, if you don't have that, that's why they gave up 5 goals. Now, and these goals were clinical. 8 goals, 8 shots on target for Barcelona. 5 of them went in, which means that these were opportunities. It's not like, I don't know if that's a lot of shots, but what they did was on the break, they just sliced Real Madrid apart because Real Madrid was disorganized, basically. What do you think, Alfolabi? Yeah.
I think Real Madrid was very naive, playing a high defensive line against Barcelona.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
were very, very ill-advised, and Barcelona took advantage of this. Like you rightly alluded to, the Real Madrid defense was very, very, you know, unorganized. There was no defensive structure. Their shape, when they didn't have the ball, was not good enough. And you could see the likes of Trameni and Vasquez scrambling to clear balls from through balls with the Barcelona players from the midfield. So there was no organization, there was lack of defensive structure. It appeared there was no clear plan to play against Barcelona. And to make
Didn't have
matters
a plan.
worse, they were now using a high defensive line, especially when you have
Yeah,
forwards that won't track back to support the defenders like Kylian
that's the
Mbappe.
worst thing to use against Barcelona, which runs.
Yes, they
They
didn't have
run.
forwards to support the defenders, and
No, at all.
The Barcelona attack and defend as a unit. So they have a better structure, they have a better shape without the
Yeah.
ball, and I think that proved. And like you rightly mentioned, for all the efforts that you put in a football game, at the end of the day, if you're not clinical, it won't show. Barcelona was super clinical. You could see the kind of the variety of the goals. There was even one goal that was scored by Balde. The ball was flighted from 40 yards in the midfield, that Lewandowski headed between two center backs. So there was a penalty kick, there was a dribble by Yamal, there was, a fast break by Rafinha. So the goals were coming from different directions. They seem to have this
Yeah.
variety of goal scoring methods, and it makes
Yeah.
it very difficult to
And,
play against.
and a lot of people don't notice this. Even the goal that Mbappe scored,
Yes,
Vinicius was there trailing and moved forward. He could have given the ball to him, but he wanted to do Gragra, even though he scored it. But this goes to show you
yes.
that there is no link between Vinicius and
Mbappe.
Mbappe. The link is not good. I mean, I know Vinicius gave the ball to Mbappe first, but then Mbappe could have given it back. But Mbappe, it was a beautiful goal, but it just goes to show you that I'm not going to say he should have passed the ball in that situation, but I don't think he was even thinking about that. Did you notice that the first goal that he scored? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
So
in
the
more,
problem, and they
yeah.
weren't even able to capitalize off of being one man up after with 30 minutes left in the game. Shout out to who was the first goalkeeper before he got the red card? What's his name?
Chesney.
When Chesney didn't get no.
Chesney.
Chesney
Yes.
was the one who started, right? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Chesney
Ches
started. He had some.
okay, it was Chesney that started. Yes.
He had some brilliant. In general, they had some. No, Chesney came in. Oh, no, Chesney started.
Yeah.
He had one or two brilliant saves and brilliant defensive play by Kunde, who right now might be one of the best right backs. He's a right back, right? He's one of the best in
Yeah,
the
he's a
world
right
right
back.
now.
In
Yeah,
fact,
he's one of the
the
best. He
four
did a
of
very
their
good job of
defenders did very, very well.
he out hustled Vinicius. He out hustled, and he also went and in the center once in a while he neutralized Mbappe also. Very good game by him. Once again, fantastic. Did you see that finishing by Yamal
Yeah.
when he had the
Yes, I
ball?
saw the finish. It
He
cutting
passed
off.
the ball into the net. He
It
passed
was
it
a
into the net.
it was a
A
variation
flick.
of his signature move, but it
Yeah,
wasn't quite a shot. He just cut
yeah.
it off
It
his
was.
left leg and passed it
Yeah,
into the net.
yeah. His intention was to score, but it was like a cheeky sort of flick.
Yes, it was
Beautiful,
cheeky. It
beautiful
was
goal
cheeky.
by him.
And with
And
that,
and
he was
and what
able
they
to
were saying.
deceive the goalkeeper. Yes.
Yeah, there's no way. This guy's being overplayed. Is being overused. What's his name? Chamani for Real Madrid. He was being abused yesterday by the other team. It's not his fault. He's a good because he has blind
Yeah.
spots, and they allow when you have Yamal, you have you have Rafinha and you have Lewandowski coming forward, and you have no help from your attackers, and the midfield can't really help you because they're having to cover up for those guys too. Or actually, when the midfield cover up in defense, it leaves gapes into their midfield. So
Yes.
it was just a disaster for these guys. They may use the excuse that because this isn't a league match, but I'm seeing something. Barcelona's problem now is that they need to play like this against smaller teams. But I think smaller teams are actually better
Yes.
organized than Real Madrid. And also
Yes.
playing at this level year round. That's why Barcelona has had some slumps. But it's clear
You know,
to me that
I think the problem with the younger teams is that, or the teams with lesser quality is that they seem to see themselves as underdogs. So what they do is to defend, and it
yeah,
makes it
and
more
that
difficult
works
for
against
Barcelona
Barcelona. Yeah.
to open them up. I think that's why
Yeah.
it's a little bit more challenging. But for Real
And
Madrid, they
so
go to toe with Barcelona.
yeah, so Real Madrid could very well or Atletico could very well win the league because Barcelona needs to figure out how to not have lapses in smaller games. But
Yeah, sure. So,
right now, these guys have beaten Barcelona head to head has beaten Real Madrid by over 3 goals, two Clásicos.
yes,
That's
yes,
crazy. And
yeah,
here's what I'm saying: Barcelona right now are built to win the Champions League. I think that's where I think they're highly favored. The league, they can still
yeah,
win the league, but they have to play 100% every game. Real Madrid is going to struggle in the Champions League with this setup. I can see them struggling again. Liverpool will tear them apart.
yeah.
Liverpool's front
I
four.
just need
Liverpool's
them.
front four.
Yeah.
Unless they get more organized, they need to get
But
more
you see,
organized. What do you?
but yeah, they're going to tear them apart. One thing I feel Barcelona should do is that they should use their uh, um, substitutes more, because the way
Yeah.
they play with a lot of intensity. There's
Uh-huh.
tendency for their players to get tired, and they could sustain injuries, especially
Yeah.
as the game start to build up again. So I think they
And
should use
also, go ahead. Go
in
ahead. Yeah.
basketball it's called a sixth man. They should use their sixth man
Yeah.
very well
Six man. They
so
need a
that they
six
don't
man.
get
Yeah.
tired. They play with a
Six
lot of
man.
intensity.
Who
Yeah.
who is Real Madrid's six man? Hendrick? No, not even Hendrick. No, Barcelona, Real Madrid doesn't have a six man. Seriously, they don't. You know who Barcelona's six man is right now? Olmo, because Olmo is still he played yesterday. So he's have they cleared this issue with him? Yeah,
Yeah,
they
maybe
haven't
they've
cleared it.
resolved the issue. I don't know. But
Yeah, but you know what they say now?
I
It's
think
just for
Barcelona
selling
was
newspapers.
careless.
It was for selling newspapers for news cycle. They knew he wasn't in trouble. Ah, this guy's in trouble. They just want us to watch their YouTube videos. Will Olmo play? Will Olmo play? Of course he'll play. He's their six man now. But and that's he didn't start yesterday, but he came in. But almost one of those guys that can start or come out from the bench. It doesn't matter. And I
Yeah.
think they should continue using him sparingly because of injuries and things like that.
Yeah, sure, sure.
We can say as usual.
Yamal just came back from injury too. So they need
Yeah,
to manage those players very well.
yeah. Now we saw where the only weakness Barcelona had against these guys was in trying to. This guy was dangerous. Mbappe, Casado and Kubasi struggled containing Mbappe, but
Yeah,
as
sure.
usual, guys like Yamal and Co came back in defense, and also with what's his name, Conde. Those guys work hard, so they played collective defense. Unlike some teams, sort of like Real Madrid, oh, this is my position. I'm Rudiger. I have to stay here. No, if you see that Rudiger is in trouble, come from your left or from the right to help him. So what we see with Barcelona is they play complete football to cover up, but they still have a problem with Mbappe, even though they've beaten these guys twice. Mbappe has been dangerous both times against them. What do you think? Yeah.
There's really not much you can do against Mbappe because of his
No.
pace. But I
Yeah.
expected Rudiger. Rudiger being the most experienced of all the Real Madrid defenders, expected him to show more leadership. If you look at the Barcelona defense, as young as they are, there was more cohesion, there was more understanding, there was communication. Defense is about communicating. I didn't see that
Yeah.
in Real Madrid. The defenders were playing like individuals. There was no teamwork,
No, no.
no, so and
It's
that's
just
where the
like teamwork.
problem was.
It's just like teamwork. If I don't do my research, I go, blah, 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 you'll jump in. Don't worry, we saw you. Make me look good. That's how football should be too. We got each other back. But this
Yeah,
has been a good show. We don't have much more to say. We'll continue an eye on what's going on, and quickly, just to change the subject a little bit. Who are your top four right now for Champions League on form right now? What teams are you looking at? Yeah,
I'd say Barcelona, Liverpool, in not any particular order.
yeah.
Barcelona, Liverpool, and Madrid. A
Those are the
lot
main
of good
two.
teams. A lot of good
Yeah, a
teams
lot of
are not
teams in the
doing
back.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of good
Hmm.
teams are not doing
I'll
well.
still put Real Madrid in the top four. Yeah, top four.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they need
sure,
to they need
sure.
to get that. I don't know about Bayern. How's Bayern doing? Bayern, we have to watch out for them
Bayern
too.
is doing well, but I'm not
And they'll be
convinced by
doing well
their
in.
performances in the Champions League. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
particularly
like
convinced.
Olise. Olise is a very clean player. I like the way he plays on the wing.
Yeah, yeah,
He's not fantastic, but he's very clean, and he'll always find when he's on the right. He'll hold the ball long enough to find either to pass the ball or shoot, and he always
oh
takes
shoot,
direct passes.
yes,
Nothing flashy from him.
sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure.
All right. So yeah, this has been a good one. That's it for today. I think tomorrow we'll do the South Africa show. So take us out, Afalabi. Yeah.
Okay, it's been a wonderful show again. Our fans from around the world, from me and Mustafa, it's bye for now.
Nice one, man. We did that like in 15 minutes. Have you noticed that when it's just you and me, like we're on point, man?
Oh, sure,
Nice one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So I'll
right.
talk to you later. Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.